Good more earnings. My name is Njuti Marco, CEO and founder of Ultimate World. I'm so excited to be the person to present to you a wonderful business opportunity. I've been a part of this industry for the past 7 years, and I must admit that I had it very challenging my first year. But I won't take that back because I understand that that was part of the building process, preparing me for this greater opportunity that I'm about to show you. Over the past 7 years in this industry, I was able to move from, squatting in a single room with a couple of friends to be able to rent an apartment to building. I moved from not having a passport to be able to travel the world, more than 17 different countries. I moved from not having a car, not even being able to afford the normal transportation around to riding different cars and offering cars to loved ones. And today, I want you to understand that what I'm about to share with you could actually change your entire life completely. However, it is going to be left for you to decide after this presentation. So please do stick to the end and make sure to get back to the person who shared this video. There's for sure a lot in store for you. So I'm going to focus on how to thrive in the connected economy. Today we are surrounded by tons and tons of opportunities, and it is hard to forget or ignore the fact that we are living in the days where it is so easy for you to become a millionaire. We have very straightforward core values, missions, and our vision statement. Our goal is to impact 1 billion lives, mentally, physically, health-wise, and of course, financially. If you have interest in any of these domains, be it physically, spiritually, financially, then this is the right community for you to be a part of. This is the beautiful team behind the management of the company. You have me, Mahomes, who is the CEO and founder. We have Madam Helen Padilla, all the way from the Philippines, with over 17 years experience in this field. She's our Chief Operations Officer. And then you have Mr. Ryan Juni from the Philippines as well, with an experience of more than 9 years in this domain. Cumulatively, three of us have or hold an experience of over 35 years in such business. So for sure, we have great exploits for you. So the big question is, who are we? What's Ultimate all about? So we're basically a community that shows selected individuals how to raise capital to fund new or existing business ideas. And our focus is not just on how you would raise capital, but we want to accompany you throughout the whole journey of you becoming your own boss. So we've been able to coach over 40,000 plus persons across 8 different African countries and in Asia, Europe, and America. And we're still very much geared up with this same vision. We've had tons and tons of events and a lot of testimonies coming in. I bet you are next in line to share a wonderful experience. So before I move on, I would just want to highlight on this quadrant. This is one of the biggest innovations and biggest informations you can actually have out there if you get the right meaning to it. On the left, we have people with linear income, and on the right, we have people with residual income. This quadrant was built by Robert Kiyosaki, the author of Rich Dad Poor Dad, one of New York's best time ever sellers. And on the left, you have employees and self-employed. You might decide to want to venture into the world of entrepreneurship and say, okay, I'm not employed, but I'm going to probably open a small retail store. The truth about being self-employed or being an employee is you're exchanging your time for money. If you don't put in the work, no pay. All right. And the sad reality is 95% of the world's population is found on the left side of this quadrant. On the right, we have business owners and investors. Business owners are people who create systems. When we talk about a system, it's a proven way to do something. So business owners and investors have their money and systems they've put in place to work for them. So this presentation today is going to help you on how you could become a business owner. But then when we talk about you becoming a business owner, you would ask yourself, how do I get throughout the whole process? Of course, we're going to connect to that. So with you wanting to venture into the world of entrepreneurship or to become a business owner, you have two options. You would either have to create one. Creating a business, creating a company means you need to conduct market research. You need to write a business plan. Of course, you will need to fund your business. You need to pick a business location, choose business structure, choose a name, register your business, of course, to be in accordance to the law. All right. You will need to, get registered with your tax system and handle a lot. The whole stress burden is just too much. Imagine you need to pay in salaries, you need to handle expenses, you need to handle, inventory. There's just a lot when it comes to starting up or building a company from scratch. Or the next option would be for you to join an existing business that has a proven system. When I talk about system, I mean a proven way to do something. So they have a tested and proven system or a concept that would help you raise a minimum of 10 million CFA, roughly around $20,000 plus over the next 12 months. I'm sure definitely you would want to go for option two. And now, if that is the case, we have a solution for you. You need to become an ultimate connector today, all right, and join this community that offers this proven and achievable system. Of course, our focus is going to be on how you would earn a minimum of 10 million, that's around $20,000 over the next 12 months. How are you going to earn by being a connector with us? First, you're going to have to connect people who want to be healthy. We need you to connect people who want to retire early, people who want to learn a new skill, people who want to work from home, people who love to travel for free, people who are looking for additional income, people who want not only a life but a lifestyle, and most importantly, people who want to acquire cars, houses, trips through incentives. These are all of the benefits when you become a connector with Ultimate Wealth. It's going to be very easy for you to start running random questions in your mind. What do we mean when we say become a connector? But I'd like to ask you this question because did you realize that you've always been a connector all your life? Because you've been connecting persons to persons, persons to businesses, using different platforms, the likes of Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. And that's exactly what you've been doing almost all of your life, using these platforms, wasting resources, not being able to make money. But this is basically what you've been doing for so long. How about using these platforms and be our connector to be able to earn every single week? You could earn in dollars as well. These are some of the benefits you get as a connector of our business. You're going to have a personal web page that you have access to for life. When we talk about a web page, this is like your online office. This is the platform via which you communicate with us as a company and as a connector. You're going to be entitled to weekly payout, weekly bonuses. You could request for your incentives and bonuses weekly. We have weekly and monthly payouts. These are some of the screenshots of commissions we've been paying through mobile money. But just in a couple of months, we're going to actually migrate our payout system strictly to our branded Visa cards, which will soon be available. All right. You're also entitled to interesting incentives like qualifying for gadgets. All right. Laptops, tablets, smartphones, all expense paid trips, car funds, and house funding. We want to help you achieve every single dream, be it from driving your dream car to living in your dream house and going on those dream destinations. That's why we are here. The most important thing, all right, is going to be the personal trainings, the high income skills, and the personal development skills that we're going to be impacting you with. As a part of our community, you have access to a wide range of information. You have access to, a lot of learning materials from different courses to, from business and entrepreneurship to graphic design to content creation. There is just a lot that you could actually learn as, some of the advantages of being part of the community. So let's talk a little bit about our health. Our greatest wealth is our health. It's of no point to have so much money, but not have the strength and the laxity to spend it or enjoy the money. Did you know that your body required at least 5 different fruits and 5 vegetables every day? This is the recommendation from the World Health Organization. Think about it, 5 fruits and 5 vegetables every day. That's a lot. And if we look at what we need as our daily requirement compared to what we actually choose, we realize that we are just destroying ourselves and exposing ourselves to be more prone. We become more prone to diseases because of our unhealthy way of lifestyle. And the human body consists of approximately 37 trillion cells. Every single minute, millions of these cells die naturally as part of the body's ongoing maintenance process. And this is all as a result of free radicals that affect our bodies based on how unhealthy we live. And for our cells to be able to regenerate and function properly, because we have, all these causes of free radicals from the pollution to, the fast food to smoking to drinking, the human body actually needs us to nourish the cells with the right nutrients so they can function and regenerate properly. And the best sources of antioxidants are fruits and vegetables. Um, We do understand that it is extremely difficult to have to eat 5 servings of fruits and 5 vegetables every day. And that's why even the World Health Organization recommends that people take supplements. We want to make sure that you living healthy could be as easy as possible. And that's why after considering everything, for one, I understand the importance of taking supplement, but I'm not a fan of taking capsules, including when I'm sick and need to be on medications. So we thought about it, and that's why I would like to introduce to you our flagship product, our Umax coffee. Umax is not just an ordinary coffee that you find out there in the market. It's a 20-in-1. First 3-in-1 blend, of course, because it already has its creamer and its sweetener, and this is 100% organic. I want to start by saying that coffee is a very, very good source of antioxidants because it helps for artery dilation. When your arteries are well dilated, it means that there is good flow of blood in your system. And of course, if your body has a good, healthy flow of blood, it means that it's going to carry, nutrients to where they are supposed to and carry waste to where it's supposed to be, hence helping your system to stay in a balance. So in our Umax coffee, we have decaffeinated coffee because there's a healthy way to take coffee. As a result of the effect of caffeine, if you have it in excess in your system, that can cause palpitation or nervous or trembling. We decided to make a product that is decaffeinated, so 0.002% of caffeine just for the servo and exactly what the body needs. It's a 3-in-1 product, like I mentioned. We have the coconut cream. Instead of the regular milk, we decided to use coconut milk, and this product is sweetened with stevia. Now, stevia is a plant sweetener that is way sweeter than sugar, at least times 12 times, but with 0 calories. We also have mushrooms to help fight against the effects of free radicals and boost your immune system, particularly to help protect you from cancer of any origin. We have black seeds. According to the Muslim community, black seed and black seed oil could actually treat any disease as long as it's taken in the right proportion. We have black seed in this product. We equally have ashwagandha. Ashwagandha, which is one of the best and most healthiest roots, very famous in India. So it has a role to play aside from just boosting your immune system to helping men with fertility issues. We equally have collagen peptide, we have chia seeds, vitamin C, maca roots, spirulina, which is one of the products under the algae community. Very good, very healthy because it's alkaline formulated, helps to balance the body's pH level. We have ginger, we have astaxanthin, we have turmeric, we have Garcinia cambodia, we have blueberries, blackberries, mulberries, ginseng, aloe vera. Imagine all of this in one product. This product would help to reduce your cholesterol level, protect against heart diseases, prevent cancer of any origin, control high blood pressure, enhances sexual vitality, promotes endurance and stamina, prevents degenerative diseases like arthritis and rheumatism. It is going to be extremely important for you to treat your health as a priority because, like I said, your first wealth is your health. And it is way easier to maintain and manage a healthy body than to repair a damaged one. We have other amazing products from our quantum products, from the bracelets to the pendants and the stickers. These are products that will help protect you from the effects of harmful radiations produced now by the TV screens, our laptops, our cell phones. We also have protective glasses, the photochromic glasses like the beautiful glasses I have on. These are anti-blue light and photochromic glasses. What they do is help protect your eyes from the blue light rays that we get exposed to the ultraviolet rays out there. So they are transparent, but under any high infused light, they become dark. So what they do is they absorb the light to reduce the intensity of light getting to my eyes, hence protecting them. We also have the carrot and lemon soap made purely from essential oils. Very good to exfoliate the skin. We have the food detox patch. These are patches that you fit under your feet to absorb toxins overnight from your body. And not to leave out the last power bank. As a business person, you must always be ready on the go. It was very important for us to take you through a journey of what we do, the products and the services that we are offering, so that you get a clear understanding of what you'll be connecting persons to. Because these are the 4 major ways via which you're going to earn as a connector with us. The first will be the retail bonus. As a connector, you would have the opportunity to buy these products at factory price to be able to sell and make money. The next will be the connectors bonus. We need you to connect persons who are interested to live healthy, people who are interested in learning new skills, and you're going to get paid for connecting these people. The third will be the pairing bonus. When we talk about pair, we understand that works in pair, 2. because we run a binary system. We have a hybrid binary system. So there's another commission that you get for every pair of clients that join your network. We also have the rank bonus. As you grow your number of connectors and grow your team, the company is intentional about rewarding efforts. And so you could qualify for incentives like free trips, car funding, house funding, and you can name the few. I know that starting up a business requires a lot, hundreds of thousands. And with me giving you this option of you just joining a system or a company that has a proven and doable system, you'll probably be asking yourself, how many millions do I need to become a connector with Ultimate Wealth? But I want you to know that we are here to help every single person who is interested in actually achieving their dreams get started. And that's why our package starts from just as little as 150,000, which is $250. You know, with $250, this is simply you buying our products. All you need to do is make a purchase of this amount to become a connector. When you pay in $250 or 150,000, we're going to give you products worth over $300 or even up to $350. That in CFA will be around 180,000 to 190,000. These products we are giving you, you're left to decide if you want to use them personally or resell to be able to recover your money. But I would just like us to take note of some of these points when it comes to the Pearl package. Aside from the products you get, this pack is being represented in our system with 15 ultimate points. That's UPS. This pack has a referral percentage of 7%, which is what we call the connectors bonus. This means that anytime that you connect someone to buy the 150,000 package, the company is going to pay you 10,500. And then the binary bonus, which is also called the pair bonus, that is credited anytime the system finds a pair of sales below your network, which is 21,000. I'd like us to get down into a whole detailed presentation about this. So this is what happens. I always like illustrating this whole aspect of, building a connectors team on the board, because drawing it actually helps me to bring it out to life. And I need you to stay with me throughout the entire video. When you pay 150,000 to become a part of our system, which is $250, aside the products that we give you, the concept of you being a connector is you sharing your personal experience. I bought this product, I used it, I loved it, I love the effect, I love the results, and so I'll connect my friend to do the same thing. So how do you get to manage this whole system? Is that the company makes sure you have access to your DTC. Your DTC is a distributors tracking center, the online web page, which is like your online office. And on your web page, you're going to be able to monitor and control how your business is expanding. We have two main ways of making money in the system, aside the retail, of course, which is the connectors bonus and the pair bonus. I mentioned earlier that the connectors bonus is 10,500 francs, or in dollars, we have $17.5. And we have the binary bonus, which is like the pair bonus, which is 21,000 CFA, or in dollars, $35. So this simply means once you are a connector in our system, each time you connect someone to buy a package of $250 or 150,000, the company pays you 10,500. All right. So meaning if you got 10 persons in a month, who bought their package, this would have paid you 105,000. If you're able to get 100 persons, imagine that would have paid you 1,050,000. If you're able to get up to 1,000 people, imagine the potential. So for as long as you keep connecting persons to be part of this system, each time they will buy a pack to become a connector, the company pays you 10,500. The next with the binary, binary simply means it works in pairs. And if you remember, I mentioned a highlight that this package generated 15 ultimate points. Now, it is based off these points that the system calculates the binary commissions. On your web page, the company is going to have to divide this into two sales groups, a left and a right sales group. The basic rule in our system is that for every 3 points left and right, the company should match this up to pay you $7 or 4,200 francs. Now, this is the base rule. And I just mentioned earlier that this package generates 15 points. So definitely if the company is finding 15 points left and right, in 15, we have 5 multiples of 3. So this would be either $7 or 4,200 multiplied by 5. which would give us the binary income of 21,000 or $35 for every pair. Meaning that each time the company will find 2 sales of these packs below your network, regardless of how the sales were generated, regardless of how those connectors got on board, the company will pay you a binary commission of 21,000 till infinity. So let's get a more realistic look into how this works. On your web page, like I mentioned, you're going to have a clear structure like this, divided left and right of your network. And this structure will continue from now till infinity. I remember when I just started my journey into this space, I would draw out my structure over and over again, just excited at where I'm going to connect who and who. Okay, so let's get down to business. Let's assume that this was you who picked up your package today for 150,000 or $250. All right, you had your web page activated. This is your web page, and this is how the structure is, left and right. Now, all you have to do is, connect at least 2 persons. The company says you can connect as many people as possible, but for you to be able to benefit or enjoy all the advantages from the connectors bonus to the binary bonus, we need you to build at least 2 sales teams. So get at least 2 persons. So let's assume the first 2 persons you got on board, let's call them A and B. For you to be able to benefit from the second bonus, which is the binary, you need to also respect the binary rule by having points placed left and right of your network. So we're assuming that A and B also picked up a package of 150,000 each. Remember, for everybody you connected, you're going to get 10,500. So for A and B picking up a package, the company is paying you 10,500 times 2, which is giving you a total of 21,000 CFA or $35 already, because that's $17.5 times 2. Now, have in mind, the 150,000 package we mentioned generates points, 15 points, which means the system would have recorded 15 points on your left and 15 points on your right. If I take you back to what the binary rule stated, it stated that for every 15 points left and right, the company should pay you a binary commission of 21,000 or $35. So aside the 21,000 you made earlier, this was 10,500 times 2 for the connectors bonus. The moment the system is finding points left and right, the binary system gets activated, and this will pay you to give you 21,000 or $35. And so when we add this in total, it means you'd have made 42,000 for connecting your first 2 people on board. This is extremely incredible to know that, you just had to share a link of this video to someone watching, and they got interested because of the products or probably because of the services we're offering, and you could make this much. So, some people have to go to work or show up for work like 30 days for them to be able to make this amount of money. But imagine you, from the comfort of your home or whatever, handling this as a side hustle, could just share this link to someone who's going to watch this presentation and decide to become a connector with us. Well, aside that, I would like us to focus on this. After making 42,000 CFA, the big question is A and B, who are now connectors of our system, are aware of the potentials or what they stand to benefit if they get to connect other persons as well. And of course, they didn't just join this, to enrich you or to make you happy. They too were interested in becoming connectors to be able to leverage and make money for themselves. So if A and B happens to get 2 persons as well on board, let's call them A1 and A2, that also invested 150,000 each. It means A would have gotten 10,500, 10,500, and since there's 15 points left and right, A would have gotten plus a binary of 21,000. So A would have also made 42,000 out of this. Now, if B got B1 and B2, who also bought for 150,000, it means he is recording 15 points left and right. He would have paid 10,500, 10,500 plus a binary of 21,000, making a total of 42. The big question is, what happens to you? Personally, you might not know who A1, A2, B1, and B2 are, because you probably might not even have any direct links with them. But the company says, without you getting A and B as connectors in our system, we would not have had these 4 new connectors. And so what this amazing system does is, it records all the sales and points generated by A and their entire team as your left group, and all the sales and points generated by B from now to infinity as your right group. You remember I mentioned earlier, the binary rule stated for every 15 points left and right, regardless of how the points were generated, you got paid 21,000 francs. And so even without you knowing A1, A2, B1, and B2, the company recognizes that you have 15 points times 2 on your left and 15 points times 2 on the right, which makes up two binaries. So at this level, you're going to get 21,000 times 2. And of course, it does not end here. The next line, this 4 will be connecting 8 persons. So definitely your potential income, the next line will be 4 binaries. That's 21,000 times 4. The next line will be 21,000 times 8 times 16 times 32 till infinity. Meaning if your team on the left grew to 100 persons left and right, this would have paid you over 2,100,000. If you grew to 1,000 left and right, this would have paid you over 21 million CFA. I would like to illustrate this as well on my screen. So please just follow up. Let's run on this. So just like we were talking about the connectors bonus, which is 10,500 or $17.5, for every time you recommended someone to become a connector with us, the company will pay you this as a direct bonus. So we're illustrating this, showing that you need to connect at least 2 persons. So if you got your first 2 people, let's call them, Peter and Mary, you're of course going to get paid 10,500 times 2 or $17.5 times 2. And definitely we explained what the binary was all about. The rule was for every 15 points left and right, all right, the company is going to pay you 21,000 as binary commission. So the moment you got, John or whoever is on your left and right, and the company recognized 15 points left and right, the binary will be activated and this will give you 21,000. And for as long as these 2 persons kept recommending their own persons and the company could find 15 points left and right, you will keep earning 21,000 till infinity. But I always like to precise on the fact that yes, the potential of this is huge, but there is limits in our system because systems with no limits are bound to fail. However, the limit I'm talking of is not the limit as to how many generations you would earn from, because once you connect people to a platform, as long as they are getting value and we keep providing value, with the products or services that we are offering, this network is bound to keep growing. So definitely these accounts should be able to be transferred to your next of kin, to your children, who would then benefit from the efforts you're putting in today. So like I mentioned, the limit is not as to how many generations you would earn on, because you will earn to infinity. The limit is as to how much you could earn in a day. The maximum this account could get is 168,000, which is basically 40 pairs from the base pair, of course, which is 4,200 for every base pair, or 8 pairs of 21,000. What am I simply explaining? It means that if you got 20 registrations on your left and 20 registrations on your right today, the company would not pay you 21,000 times 20 pairs because your account can only accommodate 8. So the company would only pay you 21,000 times 8, and the rest would be considered flushed out points, and so those points go back to us as the company. So in same light, you are in 100% control of how to key in these persons into our system, because we're not going to impose on you to, key in all 40 connectors that you got in a single day if your account can only accommodate 8. So if you realize that that's the situation and you have more, what you do is you put in the first batch of what your account can contain today and then subsequently place them day by day. But the beautiful thing about networks is that they could grow exponentially that you could not even control. But imagine your team having to grow to different parts of the country and including different African countries. They will get to a point where you can't control how many connectors are putting in people to the system every day. But imagine if you were able to max out and earn up to 168,000 every day. Imagine what your potential income every week would have looked like, or every month. So I want us to look at the lazy projection, all right? Every business person should have a projection. Where are you heading to? What's your target? It helps you to build a guideline on how to quickly and successfully achieve your dreams. With the lazy projection, I call it the 1-year income show, where I want us to, simulate what could possibly happen if everybody in your network could help connect just 2 persons within 30 days from when they got started with us. So we're assuming that when you got started, it took you 30 days to connect your first 2 persons. And after connecting your first 2 persons, it will take these 2 the next month. Of course, the next 30 days to connect 4. 4 will take the next 30 days to connect 8. 8 will connect 16. 16 will connect 32. And so if everybody was connecting just 2 persons a month, what would be your potential income after 12 months? I would like us to do the maths together. If in your very first month, You got two persons, all right? This is going to be just one pair for you, left and right. This would give you one binary of 21,000. If two got four the next month, you will have two binaries, that will be 42,000. If four got eight, this will give you 84,000. If eight got 16, the next month you'll get 168,000. 16 will get 32. This will pay you 336,000. And if this goes on for 12 months, you'd have made a potential income of roughly 85.9 million CFA. You know, it is easy for you to look at this and be, oh, this sounds too good to be true. But you know, what the connector system is actually doing is shifting their focus from the conventional way of marketing that has to do with, you know, paying influencers and paying celebrities to be able to sell our products. But rather, we're using you as actual connectors who are the actual users of the product. And so the money that would have been wasted on publicity is what is being paid or shared to you all. Now, I'd like us to look at the realistic part of how possible it is for this company to pay you up to 85.9 million CFA over the next 12 months. So this is it. I want us to look at the more, you know, feasible illustration, a practical scenario of how possible it is for you to be able to earn 85.9 million in the next 12 months. You know, the only reason why this company can pay you this much is because they are not wasting this money on adverts. But in reality, you can get this because thanks to the very first two connectors you got on board, this company was able to get 4 new connectors, 8 new connectors, 16, 32, 64, 128, and that is how this network grew to 8,190 connectors. Now, one person, that is you, who started connecting people, and thanks to that very first two connects you did, built this network to 8,190. Now, these persons each had to buy a package to become a connector as well. And if you check in reality, they had to buy a package of over 150,000. Now, if you multiply 8,190 by $250 or by 150,000, you would actually realize that you must have generated sales of over 1.2 billion CFA. Now, out of 1.2 billion generated in sales, thanks to the very first two persons you connected, this company is able to pay you 85.9 million CFA. You know, this is still not even 10% of the actual sales you've helped this company to generate. Of course, I think by now you should understand that, oh, this is not too good to be true, because out of 1.2 billion, you're getting paid 85.9 million. So if you're the kind of person who is already thinking smart, you know, I could earn 85.9 million over the next 12 months if I did this. Is there a possibility for me to earn even more? Of course. You know, you might want to go in for multiple accounts. When we talk about multiple accounts, it's like you occupying 3 different shops or 7 different shops. You know, you have the option of buying 3 accounts in your name that's positioning yourself in the first 2 places, let's say A and B, left and right of you. It's like owning 3 different shops that would earn independently. If you did 3 accounts, what you do is multiply the potential of 12 months times 3, which would be 257 million. Or if you did 7 accounts, you're multiplying that potential income, which would give you 601 million CFA. You know, this is your sure gateway on how within the next 3 to 5 years, you could earn your first $1 million. The big question is, would you get started? Because only you actually have the potential of changing your life to the direction that you want it to. Okay? Within the next 5 years, we're going to have people who would share in wonderful testimonies, wonderful experiences of how they are now living in their dream houses, you know, how they are driving their dream cars, how they are going on those dream vacations with their family, and how they've made over 100 million francs CFA from this system. At the same time, you're going to have some other set of people who have watched this video and who are not going to take action, who would have 100 million excuses as to why they are not successful. You know, these persons will still be living in abject poverty, in misery, and lots of frustration. I really pray that this does not end up as you. You know, I'm fond of always iterating on the fact that a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a step taken. You know, I want to emphasize on that last word, taking, because a lot of people talk about, you know, going on a journey, but never emphasize the importance of getting started. You know, if you don't take the first step, the journey never really began. So I want to encourage you out there. This is probably one of the best opportunities you might have found or that exists on this entire planet Earth. And I implore you to be committed to your dreams. We are right here, ready and available to coach and mentor you throughout the whole process until you become very, very successful. And I want us to, be quite aware of the fact that we are in control of our lives. And the decisions that we took some 5 years ago are what sum up to the results that we have currently. And the next 5 years of your life, the results you expect to see in 5 years from now would be based off the decisions you take today. So I want to implore you, get back to the person who shared this video with you, because these persons really hold you with very high esteem and really want you to be amongst the people who will be achieving their dreams. At Ultimate, we believe that the future is ultimate because God is ultimate. I hope to see you at the top, and I cannot wait to celebrate you. Ciao.